And what you give me lets me know that we'll be alright. Yeah. All I had this night. Oh, that would be enough till the end of time. Till the end of time. Rest your will.
Alright, you guys, hi. For all who do not know me, I am Devine Shay. I'm pretty sure y'all are trying to figure out who is Devine Shay. We're gonna get to that. In this series, I'm going to be going over my life from childhood until now. All the good and bad events, the ups and downs, the highs and lows, which created Devine Shay. Also, I'm pretty sure y'all see the rash on my neck. There's a series on that. It's a skin infection that is curable. It goes away. It's not viral. It's not contagious. So make sure y'all tune into that series and watch that before judging me about this. I also have little clips on my page about it. It is cellulitis and contact dermatitis from a nickel-based necklace. So yeah, don't judge me on this. But anyways, with that being said, make sure y'all watch the evolution of my life, Devine Shay. All right, you guys, I'm back. My name is Lucretia White, born August 12th, 1990, in a small country town, Seguin, Texas. I am 32 years old. I will be 33 this year. We're going to take it all the way back to as far as I can remember, or as far as my mind is allowing me to remember. As a child, I was very outgoing, vibrant, happy, always wished people the best, always wanted the best in people, always wanted people to like me. I guess you could say that's where my problems in life really began, at childhood. I was a people pleaser. I didn't want nobody upset with me. I wanted everybody to be my friend. So I did anything by all measures as a child that I could to make sure family, friends, associates, whatever you want to call people, would like me. I was in the church choir as a little kid. Before the church choir, my mother had started me singing at the age of 4. And when I tell you she started me singing, I'm talking Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, people of that nature. So she started me on some very, very strong artists, trying to begin to sing and stuff. And y'all disregard how I'm looking right now. I'm still in the healing process of my cellulitis, contact dermatitis. So I'm basically just relaxing. I have to look basically bummy so this can air out. The antibiotic can do what it has to do throughout my body. Anyways, like I said, there's a series on that. Make sure to watch it. As a child, I remember I loved music. At a very young age, I realized music was my go-to for any form of pain that I was going through. Hurt, anger, sadness. It was my medicine. The only problem with that was going to school, I'm a very, very lovable person. So being in kinder and first grade and noticing at a very young age that people weren't wanting to be around me was very hard. I didn't understand it. I didn't like it. It didn't feel good, how I was nice to everyone around me and everyone just didn't want to be around me. It really hurt. It broke me many times. It broke me down. Like, I remember finally one day I went to school, and on this very day, it was the day that the teachers would play with the students play with the teachers, everybody's outside playing. I remember like it was yesterday. I kept running up to kids and like, hey, you want to play tag? You want to play on the swing? You want to go down the slides? And it was like I was invisible. Like nobody wanted to play with me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go to my teacher. She'll play with me. And I remember walking up to her. Her name was Miss Grant. So if you're watching this, Miss Grant, just know you played a big part in a lot of pain I've carried for many years. And it's not fair. I walked up to her and I'm like, will you play with me? Because the kids aren't playing with me. No, I'm playing with them right now. And I'm like, thinking to myself, like, you've been playing with these kids all this time. What about me? I didn't even matter to my teacher. That hurt. So I proceeded to go. There was like a little courtyard area where they had just built like basically like a wooden foundation with a wooden gate around it. And there was like a little opening with stairs leading up to the little flat platform. And I walked up the stairs and I sat on the little flat platform and, you know how almost fetal, but sitting fetal position. I had my knees up to my chest, holding them, close to me. And I remember rocking back and forth, just crying while at school. And I looked up to the sky and I said, God, will you be my friend? With tears in my eyes, God, will you be my friend? I'm a little kid at this time, probably no older than 6, 7 years old, asking at such a young age for God to be my friend. I remember like he was sitting right next to me saying, yes, I'll be your friend. And I was like, at that point, a sense of peace came over me. I was still crying because I knew at a young age that was crazy for me to have to ask God to be my friend, because what little kid don't have friends? You know what I'm saying? What little kid is not liked? You know what I'm saying? Like, that does not make absolutely no sense at all whatsoever. So being that young and having to do that, it really hurt me. But it, in a sense, set the pace and the tone for how the rest of my life was going to go. And I did not have no clue at all what God was doing or what he was trying to show me, because I was so young. But it still rings bells, the way I get treated in a lot of situations as an adult. It rings bells to me, that event that took place in my life. I remember when I went home after school that day, I told my Mom, the book fair is coming. There's some necklaces. They say best and they say friend. And I know I don't have any friends at school, but God is my friend and you're my friend, Mommy. So can I have money for the book fair so tomorrow I can go to it and I can buy the necklaces? One half is for me, Mommy, and one half is for you. I promise you, it broke my mom's heart for her to have to see her baby in such pain and trying to figure out, like, why is my baby hurting like this? Why don't nobody like my baby? But at the same time, it made her feel very good inside to know that I had enough common sense to know that if nobody else was my friend, she would be. I went to the book fair the next day, purchased my necklaces like I said I would. And I remember the rest of the school day did not even matter to me. It was like, whatever. I got my necklaces. I'm happy. I want to go home to my best friend. Of course, God was already at school with me. He was my best friend. But then my mother was with me when I got home. So I get home, I run off the school bus. Like, mind you, I lived in the country, so get off the school bus and I run across the front yard to the front door of our trailer home, which was a double wide, beautiful home. It was gorgeous. I get inside, and, mommy, and she's like, what, baby? What is it? I said, look what I got. And I pull out the necklaces, and one side said best and the other side said friend. I didn't know at that point either that it would seem like for the rest of my life, the only best friend I would have would be my mother and God. But still to this day, it holds true. Through our ups and downs, our misunderstandings, I've only had her and God to depend on. I gave her half of the necklace. It said friend, and I kept the best part. And she said, oh, baby, you so sweet. She got it. She put it on. She put mine on. She gave me the biggest hug. That was the beginning of me knowing I was different. Being different was never really easy. I never really understood it, but it made my love for music and my passion for music grow even stronger at a very young age. I had an organ in my room. My mom would play gospel music. We had our weekends where she would play, hip hop music, rap music, and we would just clean on the weekends and then do whatever we wanted to do. But I did not know at a young age that my tone for life would be set so early. The being alone, not having any friends, just having your mom as your friend, God as your friend. I didn't know at such a young age that was going to be me. I sensed it from the things that were going on in my life, and kids not playing with me, my teachers not playing with me, but I did not know for the rest of my life nobody would really mean me any earthly good. Like, everybody would lie to me. I would be a loner, and the only therapy I would have to really turn to first and foremost would be God, prayer, and then music. If I was angry, I had music. Sad, I had music. Any emotion, I've always had music. And still to this day, it holds true. Any emotion that I have, I always have music to turn to. And I'm very thankful for that, In this little series that you're watching right now, I basically let y'all know what the majority of my childhood pertained of. And that was being a loner, relying on my friends that I didn't have. So my best friends became my mother and God. That is the beginning of Lucretia White not knowing she was going to be something bigger like she is today, Devine Shay. Y'all stay tuned for the next episode. This story gets deeper, and it takes a dramatic plot twist. Thank y'all for watching this one, but y'all are just getting started. I don't know if y'all are ready for the rest. Make sure y'all have y'all's boxes of tissues with y'all along with me on this journey, because there's highs, lows, twists, turns, happy moments, sad moments, funny moments. But it is all worth it so you can know the truth, the evolution of Devine Shay, me, formally and known from birth as Lucretia White. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode.
And what you give me lets me know that we'll be alright. Yeah.